Okay, I'm back, and in the previous segment, we were talking about how big the universe is, and we had these units that would scale it down. So then instead of using these huge, huge numbers, we could make it a little bit smaller by using astronomical units in light years. Let's see if we can do the same thing with time. So we think that the age of the universe is between 12 and 14 billion years old. So imagine that you could take the age of the universe and squish it down so that it fit onto 1 year. So we've got a calendar here that starts in January, ends in December. And if we say that the Big Bang occurred on January the 1st, then you can see from that our galaxy forms in March. And then our solar system comes into being in August. Okay, and you can see when did the first life appear on Earth. And then for most of the Earth's history, life on Earth was very, very primitive, bacteria. We'll talk about this later in the course when we get to life on Earth. But for most of Earth's history, until roughly 500 million years ago, the most advanced form of life on Earth was just bacteria. And then in the Cambrian, which was roughly 500 million years ago, there was an explosion of life, which that's why they call it the Cambrian explosion. And so you go from microscopic organisms to all of a sudden you've got jellyfish and worms and things like that. Well, on our cosmic calendar, that is going to be in December. Okay, and then life really starts to evolve. And then by the time that we get to December the 24th, that's when we have dinosaurs. Believe it or not, dinosaurs were one of the most successful organisms ever to live on the surface of the Earth. But they got whacked, so to speak, by an asteroid on December the 29th of this cosmic calendar. So where do we fit in? So where do humans fit into this? Well, humans make their appearance on the last day of this calendar. So we're talking about December the 31st is when humans make their appearance. And if you look at that last entry, you see that the voyage of Christopher Columbus occurs in the last second of the last minute of the last hour of the last day of this cosmic calendar. So everything that you think is important, like computers and cell phones, the printing press, all of that has occurred in the last second of this cosmic calendar, if the universe is 12 billion years old. Okay, so let's take a look at a quiz. So let's see how much have you learned from today. So what would be something that you're going to study in astronomy if you watch all of these lessons? Okay, well, we talked about stars, planets, galaxies. How long does it take light to reach the Earth from the sun? About 8 minutes. Using the chart shown, how long is man's accomplishments if the age of the universe is compressed into 1 year? 1 second. And then what does the universe look like at the largest scales? Bubbles. Now, it's not really soap bubbles, but the idea is that it kind of looks like bubbles, and then where the bubbles come together, that's the location of those superclusters of galaxies. So that was lesson number 1, and so now you should be really excited about astronomy. Are we excited? I hope so. So I hope to see you come back again for lesson number 2, in which we're going to look at constellations. Until then, goodbye.